Hello, welcome to Scratch 3D Printing. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take apart Flashforge Creator 5 Toolheads and how to unclog it. Let's scratch today's troubleshoot. During my first week of testing the Creator 5, I went through all kind of testing. I used all types of filament, and I used this one filament from Siraya, which is their TPU Air, and it's a really hard filament to print with, and it's super flexible. So I got a clog on the Flashforge Creator tool heads, and I was able to take it off from the Creator 5, unclog everything, put it back together, and resume printing, which was impressive to me. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that. Take off the tool heads from the Creator 5, disassemble everything so you can get to the clog inside of the tool heads. Then I will show you how to put everything back together so that you can continue printing with your Creator 5. But enough talking, let's get over to the Creator 5 and I will show you how to disassemble and assemble everything. Okay, here we are on the Creator 5, and as you can see, I am doing a print right now. This is just the normal benchy that comes on the 3D printer, and I have paused this 3D print because this happened to me during the testing of the Creator 5 here. I was printing TPU on the 4th slot and it got clogged, and it was halfway through the print. So then the machine stopped printing and I was able to unclog this and was able to resume printing. Not sure if this is a feature or Flashforge just forgot to add this error code in there, but let's just say that the second slot here is clogged. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to show you how to take the tool heads off from the 3D printer, unclog it, and then we'll reassemble everything back to the 3D printer. This is a little bit awkward because I cannot move the print head, and even if I try on the screen, it does not allow me to do it, but I'm just going to show you how to do it right now. So in order to get these two screws off, you will need a size 2 Allen wrench. So let's take that one out. Get this off from there. The first thing you want to do is unscrew these two screws up here. Okay, once you have those two screws loose, take them out. Okay, once you have that, you can go ahead and unplug this. There we go. I unplugged this, and as you can see there, it does not give me any error. So once you have unplugged that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut the filament. Then remove the blue clip, which I really don't like. I wish it's the newer style. Go ahead and push in this coupler and then pull out the tube along with the filament with the tensioner, just like that, and we free the tool head. So now let's take a closer look on how to disassemble the whole thing, and I will show you how to reassemble everything back. Here we are with the tool heads of the Creator 5. So this may look kind of complicated, but I will show you step by step on how to do this. The first thing you want to do is remove this screw, and this screw. If you're gonna get the screw out, grab some magnet and it should come out easily. Okay, once you have those 3 screws off, go ahead and take off these 2 screws as well. Once you have all 5 screws off, there's one more screw right here that you need to take off in order to split this into 2 parts. So let's go ahead and do that. So in total, you will need to remove 6 screws. Once you have all 6 screws removed, you can go ahead and pry this off just like this. And we are good to go. Now this is optional if you want to do it. I recommend go ahead and remove this wire right here so that you have more space to work on this half. This half only contains the magnet and the fan, so we don't really need to work on this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this. This is just a 4-pin connector, so you can connect this easily back in after you have fixed your clog. I'm gonna use a tweezer and remove this. There we go. I removed the wire. And I'm just gonna put this aside. This tool head does not have any clog, but I will try to find a clip that has a clog, which I will show you right here. Taking the tool number 4 apart, and if we look closely there, you can see that the filament is all tangled up in there. Look at that. It's not meshing with the filament gear anymore. It's all tangled up, and this is to be expected because the filament is very flexible and such a hard filament to print. Let's just assume that this has the clog in there and it cannot extrude. So what you want to do next is you want to remove this screw as well so that you can free off this tensioner. So let's go ahead and remove this screw. This screw might be a little bit tighter than the rest because it has tension. So once you have that screw loose and out, you just kind of want to pull it. You want to pull this out and just set that aside. And now you can carefully let this go down And the spring, we will set this over here as well. And now we can just remove this whole thing along with the blade cutter. So this is the blade cutter, where if you push this in, it pushes in the blade and then it cuts the filament. Just set that aside. Once that is removed, we also have removed one side of the filament gear. And now we have access to inside of this little hole that when the filament comes from the top, it goes in and then it goes to the filament gear and it goes down to the heatsink and eventually to the nozzle. So usually this is where the clog is gonna most likely happen. My other clog, as you saw in the previous clip, it was Siraya Tech TPU Air, and then it went inside of here and it just got clogged all over the place, and that was really fun of unclogging. Now I'm gonna show you how to remove more of this tool heads so that you can get inside of this and clear the clog. To remove the coupler along with this top part, you want to remove this screw and this inner screw there. So let's go ahead and do it. There we go. So once those two screws are removed, this should just come off easily like that. So let's put that aside. Now we have more clear access to the inside of this filament gear right here. And if we look closely, this has a bearing right there and it connects over here. You can see that this is not like a normal circle shaft. It has like a star shape. This is the reason for the tool head to be connected to the motor on the print head. And then it's able to extrude and spin this. So that is how it transfers. So the motor is just over here, which is the main print head. And then it connects to this. The motor will spin and then will spin this. And then the filament will be able to come down and extrude. So that's how these are able to print with flexible filament. Now I'm going to show you how to disassemble this even further. Let's say that you have filament stuck in there and this is not accessible, or you cannot remove the filament that is clogged in here. I will show you how to remove this further. So the next thing we want to do is remove this screw, and the back screw over there. So let's go ahead and remove that. There we go. These are smaller screws, so do not mix them at all. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on the left hand side over here so that I remember which screw is which. And the last screw is down here. Okay, so once those three screws are removed, the back here should just fall out like that. So I'm going to put it here and we're going to take a look at this. This is where it connects to the main print head. And now if we take a look at this, it also has a bearing in there. So let's go ahead and pull out the bearing, set that aside. And here we can pull this out now. We can pull this out. So if you have filament tingle in there, you can pull this out and you can kind of wiggle it so that you can take out the filament inside of that. Set that aside. There's also one more bearing at the back here. You may or may not need to take this out. Usually filament is not going to get stuck in there. And one more thing, if this falls out, do not worry, because this is only attached by these 4 pins right here, which I feel like it's really cool. There's no wires needed because all the wires connected to this board right here, and then it connects to this board up here, which has the filament sensor and all the thermostat and stuff like that. And on this, you can see that there's the thermistor and the heater block built into the nozzle itself. And it comes to this board right here, which has 4 pins, which can be connected to these 4 pins, and then it's gonna send a signal up here, and then it's gonna power this to heat up and sensor the temperature. I feel like this is really amazing because you can connect this so easily. You just basically connect them like this. There's no wire needed. This is pretty much it. And at this point, if you cannot get your tangle filament to be unclogged, what you can do is you can take these 2 screws down here apart even further, and that will release this plastic piece along with the PC board piece right there. But usually you don't really need to take these 2 off. This amount, you will be able to remove your clog or anything like that. But for some reason, if your clog is in here, you can remove those 2 screws and this piece should just come out freely. Okay, you just hold the side and you just kind of wiggle and it should just come off easily like that. So this is really disassembling almost everything besides this 1 screw that's holding on this PC board that's connected to the USB-C along with the filament sensor and the fan and stuff like that. So this is how you take off Flashforge Creator 5 tool heads. And now that we have everything off, I'm going to show you how to assemble everything back together. So if you take apart this much, the first thing you want to do is align this so that it sits nicely in there along with these two holes. Make sure that this clicks in there. There should be alignments for it. Now we're going to use these two screws to screw it back. These are different types of screw. So if we look at that, these are like bigger threads along with the different heads right there. So this is the screw that we're going to need. So let's go ahead and screw in these two screws right here. Just make sure that the screw sits tight in there. You do not want to over tight this because it's just plastic. Okay, so once we have that, we're gonna go ahead and install the nozzle, which is just connected by the 4-pin. That easy. The next thing we want to do is install this piece of filament gear. So this is gonna go towards the bearing and this is gonna go towards the back. So you can see here, that's the filament gear with the teeth and like a spur gear. That is really cool. Now we want to insert this in there like that. And then with this piece, if the bearing comes out, make sure that the bearing goes back in here. Right there, sits in there. And now you want to align this. It should go in one way only. So make sure that this is flat. Make sure that this sits flush. So once you have this, go ahead and hold this piece along with the middle. So 2-finger hold like this. Turn it around. And for this, we want to use these smaller screws. So it will go in these 3 holes right here. I'm going to go ahead and screw it in. There we go. Once we have one in. Once we have one in, this should sit nicely in there. There we go. Next thing we want to do is install this piece that we took out earlier. So this only goes in one way as well. There's going to be 2 holes for these 2 heat inserts. So it goes in like this. There we go. It should sit nice and flush. Now we're gonna screw it in. And the rest of these screws pretty much use the same type of screw. So just go ahead and screw it back in. There we go. So once we have it like this, the next thing is to install the filament cutter. So the filament cutter is gonna go right in there. Let's go ahead and slide this in there. Like that. And we can put this up here. Okay, so once you have this in there, go ahead and put in the spring on the circle right there along with that. And now we kind of want to put pressure so that this hole aligns with the threaded back there. And now we're going to use this long screw, put it in there. Then we will have pressure and screw this in as well. Make sure you find it. Just kind of push back and forth until you find it. There we go. We found it and then we screw it all the way in. Make sure that it's a little bit tight, but not over tight. And just check. Okay, it's working properly now. The next thing is to install the fan cover here. Now we want to plug in the fan back. Find your angle and plug in this fan back. It should really just go in one way. It is kind of awkward putting this in because the wire is a little bit short. There we go, got it in. So once we have this in, we can go ahead and put these back together. There we go, it should snap like that. We want to align these holes. And then what I'm going to do is screw these 2 middle one in first, making sure that it's aligned. Because sometimes the alignment might be off a little bit. You just want to screw it halfway in. Now let's screw halfway in with all of the screw, just making sure that this is aligning nicely. There we go, a couple turns. Now we want to finish this off with the, so let's just go ahead and screw this all the way in. We can go ahead and tighten all the screws. There we go, we have disassembled and assembled everything, remove the clog, and now let's put it back to the 3D printer and see if it's gonna work. Alrighty, we got this all fixed up, and as you can see, the 3D printer is still running. So what I'm gonna be doing right now is I'm gonna be putting this back, the filament back in there with the tube, and I'll go ahead and plug this USB-C back in there as well. And now let's go ahead and screw these 2 screw ends so that this does not come off. And do not over tight because the thread is just plastic. Okay, once you have all of that, don't forget your blue clip. There we go. And now the moment of truth. Now I'll be putting this back in here. Align it. And look at that. The blue light turns on. Go to the Benchy and we can click continue to continue this print. But before you continue, you want to go to your filament setting, click this and just click load and click OK. You want to load in the filament because we already cut it. So if you're not doing that, you're just extruding the small piece of filament and you're not extruding the rest of the filament. So this is how you do it. Take this off while you're printing and you fix it, you put it back and you can resume printing. This is freaking amazing from the Creator 5 and from what Flashforge has done to this 3D printer. And we are resume printing with the fixed tool heads. Everything is working like it should be. And look at that. It swapped to the second tool head, is the one that we just took apart, and now it's printed like it never happened. It's just printed like it never even had a clog, and it's also printed like we never even took the two heads off. This is crazy. The truth out there, I did not have a clog, but I was able to pause the 3D printer and take out the second two heads, take it apart, unplug everything, then reassemble everything and put it back to the Creator 5 with no errors, no issue from the 3D printer. Just take a look at that. That looks really good. Everything looks great. Printed the whole thing without any issue at all. That is one of the cool features with the Creator 5. You can take apart all the tool heads and then just put it back, and the 3D printer will be like nothing has ever happened. I will just continue printing, finish your print for you, which is quite impressive to me. That will be it for this video, and I hope that this video is helpful so that you are able to unclog your clog on the Creator 5 and can continue to resume printing. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe because more amazing videos like this is coming. And if you haven't yet become a member of the YouTube channel, it helps me tremendously. And as always, keep on 3D printing.